Hey guys, this is Nick from ConvergeAudio.com. Today I wanted to go through this really cool sound design pack from SampleTraxx.com. Alessandro Romeo is the owner of that company, and he consistently provides these really awesome, really convenient sound design packages. And this one called SINEDUST, he's offering for free. So if you go to SampleTraxx.com, you can get a free download from there. I think it may ask if you want to sign up for the newsletter, that type of thing. I've signed up for it, and trust me, he doesn't send you any information that you don't want to know about. It's actually pretty cool, not spamming you with things that are useless. It's actually quite useful what they create over there. So I think it's actually quite beneficial to have an ear to the ground for what SampleTraxx is up to, because SINEDUST happened to be a free sample library that I knew about because of that newsletter. So without any further ado, let's get into this library and give you a taste of what you can get from it for absolutely free. I've heard differing opinions on sound design that a lot of people call these canned libraries, where it's like, okay, is it something that you created organically, or is it something that came packaged in something? And so they use the word canned to describe that. I personally find that you can use canned or completely organic either way you want. It just depends on the application. Sometimes it's better to have somebody who specializes in synthesizers and sound design with, a lot of electronic type of components, who really knows the science of that. Somebody like everybody at SampleTraxx, so that you don't have to kind of go down to the core of the science of synthesizers to create these cool electronic sounds. But what they've done is they have this thing called the Photosynthesis Engine, created by somebody named Jeremiah Pena, a very cool guy. What they've done with that engine is giving you a lot of flexibility in what you can do with these different sounds. So let me start off with this first preset called Big Percussion, and it gives you basically what it says. You're looking at some kind of big, drum hits, big reverb, that type of thing. So let me hit through a few of them and give you a taste. And I'll also punch in a few of these different effects without going too deep into turning too many knobs, because we could be here all day experimenting. But I want to give you the kind of bass sound of what it comes with. So here we go, Big Percussion. So that could be used in, you could even put that in music and sequence if you wanted to, or if you just need a nice little stinger for a little bit of sound design, a little bit of Foley work, those would be very handy. Let me go ahead and jump in on some of these effects so I can show you kind of a brief overview of how those can change the sound. A little bit of distortion, some super intense compression, something to kind of really smash that sound. Once again, they have with, between the main engine, effects, and rhythm engine, it even has a step sequencer you can engage to make kind of a loop out of it. Let's see if I can get this going. So there you go. Even sounds kind of like futuristic, ominous, military kind of thing. And that's just from holding down one button. Obviously, you can go through and program this sequence any way you want. So the possibilities are quite vast. Let's move on to the next preset then, over here at just what is called FX. Let me pull this on my right display. Okay, here we go. So, SINEDUST FX. Let's run through a few of those. Kind of robotic wah thing going. Very sci-fi, very creepy, very cool. You could do a lot with something like that. And even if you wanted to, do a track where you play it MIDI like it is through Contact, and then you can bounce an actual wave file that you can use afterwards, that could open a whole lot of other possibilities too, depending on what kind of tools you have. So let's move on to the next preset that I want to cover, and this one is simply called Hit. So what they've done with this library, among what everything else they do at SampleTraxx, is they've just made it very easy, very simple for you to jump in and just move along and have something that's ready to go. You don't necessarily want to get too crazy with using just totally canned sounds that you haven't kind of given your own take on. I mean, you can take these and manipulate them, so you might as well get creative so you have your own spin on what they provided. But this gives you a really great initial stepping stone to kind of move into bringing some really cool sounds into your production, whether it's a sci-fi game or a horror game or it's some kind of film or something psychological thriller. I feel like the sounds I have in this would apply to all those genres. So once again, I'll put the link that sends you to where you can download this for free. And of course, you need the Kontakt Full Player. I know it's a little bit of money to get the Kontakt Full Player if you don't, but trust me, it is completely worth it. It will absolutely open the floodgates to an entire world of sound and music creation tools, and it's worth every single penny. So hit us with a like, a comment, subscribe, anything to let us know what we could do to make this channel better and what we could provide you some more info on. Thank you for the subscribers we've had recently, and big thanks for watching some of the reviews we've done, and we'll continue to roll these out to give you a little more content. It's a little bit of audio tutorials and tips and that sort of thing. Kind of just share what we know, what we've experienced, and hopefully be able to get a little bit of info from you guys too. So until then, I'm Nick at convergeaudio.com. Hope you have a good one. I'll catch you guys later.